The Outsider's Perspective with the Maestro and Coriel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Outsider's Perspective on HLX Radio. I am the Maestro, creator of all things HLX, and with me, as usual, the legendary Coriel on the ones and twos. How you feeling, sir?
Tired.
I second that. I concur.
I'm very tired.
Okay. How's your week been? You been active out here?
I kind of have been kind of traveling a little bit, going back and forth. And, just coming back from Busch Gardens, had a little, you know, leisure time,
little outing.
Yeah,
you know?
And it was cool. Busch Gardens is huge, but only got like 3 rides, so it's just like the ride. When we got to the rides, it was fun, but everything else was just kind of. And then, you know, it's Halloween, so everything's spooky.
Ooh.
And yeah, so niggas chasing you with chainsaws and stuff. It's crazy because like they know not to fuck with me though. It's just a weird like people understand like energy. They can tell.
Like I'm not.
Yeah. You have a good day.
You can definitely tell.
I even asked one because I was looking for like funnel cakes. I was like, you know what a funnel cake is? It was like
a chainsaw nigga. What are snacks?
Yeah, but I had a good time overall. How are you, sir?
I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
Like, would you like? How's your week been?
It's just work, man. It's the same shit over and over again, and it's starting to like.
Fuck.
I'm trying to just be like fucking done with this shit. Like, I be at my desk like I'm still in this bitch. Like,
Did you say you've been working almost 5 years?
I've been working, almost 5 years total. I've been in my department for like 3, but yeah, about 5 years total.
You gotta get out of there.
Yeah,
you can look back and be 50.
I can't do that for much longer. So it's getting old, but I digress. I digress. Well, we got a few things to get into. This may be a short one, but we always say that, and then the show be like an hour and a half. So we'll just see what happens. I guess we'll start off with new music as we try to get that in first. There was new music from Frank Ocean. Hadn't heard from Frank in a while. He came out with the song DHL. You had heard it. You had heard it a few times. I just listened to it before we came on. How you feeling about Frank and his latest outing?
It's all right. I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird. Why is it? What makes you say it's weird?
It's a weird song. I don't know. I don't get it. Like I guess there's a hook in it. You know, the DHL just cut up with a pack. Something like that. Apparently he popped a pill. Is DHL a drug or something?
I have no idea.
Well, it sounds like drugs, and it's like him just kind of going through his day or his night after popping whatever he popped, and I don't know. It's like this psychedelic /
what drugs feel
shit.
like kind of thing.
I think he's trying. It's more of a feeling than anything.
Yeah, it's whatever he popped, what that feels like now.
Yeah, but I will say I appreciate the fact I don't hear a song like that all the time.
That's
it
true.
made me want to listen to it a couple of times. Like maybe there's something I'm missing, but no, it's not really much I'm missing. But I don't know. To be honest, I'd rather listen to him than a lot of stuff. I'd rather listen to that than a lot of shit I hear.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like terrible or like the worst thing I ever heard, but
you listened to it once. It was like,
I listened to it once and I was. I mean, it's cool, but I think he can get away with stuff like that because he's Frank. Like
it's
somebody
always
else
good
that
to
put
hear
it out.
him.
It was like.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have rocked, but because it's Frank, we kind of let it go. With that though, question on Frank in general.
Okay,
where do you put Frank? Like, where do you like kind of what like class or tier of artists do you put Frank up with?
Class or tier?
Because I feel like now kind of lean into where I'm going with it, because I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like people in general, maybe not you, but people in general, I feel like put Frank up really high, really fast, and it was before I was ready to put him there. And I was like, wait, like people was fiending for new Frank, like it was like they was waiting for like the next top tier album to come out. And then he would come out and the album wouldn't be what they expected and they were just so disappointed. And I was like, well, what made you expect so much so fast?
I feel a lot about Frank like I do about Nicki Minaj. Frank had the cosigns. Nicki had the cosign. So
okay.
Frank I mean, his earliest stuff, he was working with Beyonce,
That's true.
Jay-Z,
That's true.
Kanye West.
About to say he was on Watch the Throne.
So like that's kind of how it's kind of like how Drake just he had a couple mixtapes. Then so far gone, he had Lil Wayne and Bun B and everybody.
Drake kept going.
He kept going, but still, it's like it's the same thing. He got the cosign. He had a song
true.
with Eminem, Kanye West, who else? Wayne, all on one song.
Yes, that's true.
And he didn't have an album out yet. It's just that's what that cosign gets you. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like
Nicki the same way. Yeah, that's true.
so I think Frank got that cosign. But the thing about Frank though is that his music isn't like mainstream Beyonce, Jay-Z-esque. He can do it because he's done it. But when his albums come out, they sound like something completely different. And I feel like that's why that's why certain people are disappointed, and then others love him.
Right.
Like I feel like his fan base puts him at a certain, level or whatever. But somebody like you was just like, you probably were introduced to him through like Nostalgia Ultra. You probably know like Novocaine.
Yes, Nostalgia Ultra was the first thing I heard from. Which let's be clear, I loved. Yeah. Like I no halfway about it. Mm-hmm. I loved that, and I had that in my car for the lessons back when I had a CD player in my car, mm-hmm. and I burned Nostalgia Ultra to a CD to play in my car. Mm-hmm. I love that album.
So you had that, and then you had the Watch the Throne stuff that he had done,
and then Novocaine, which is a single after that,
mm-hmm.
and then
Think About You. Remember, Think About You was a single before he actually dropped Channel Orange.
That's true.
But I remember we listened to Channel Orange together.
Yes.
We were like Norfolk or something. I can't remember why we were in Norfolk.
Where were we? Yeah.
But yes, we listened to it and we were not impressed.
Yeah, and that was disappointing, mm-hmm. because I hadn't put him up there yet. Like I think everybody else would, but it was one of those cases where I love Nostalgia Ultra so much, mm-hmm. and I guess like kind of what you said, like his albums are always kind of because Nostalgia Ultra was a mixtape, so mm-hmm. it was a bunch of other people beats and other stuff going on. Mm-hmm. But I guess when he got a chance to just be Frank, it was kind of like so much of a left turn, and I was like, yeah, what is that?
So yeah, I think that it's a combination of a lot of things, but I think those are the main things.
So personally though, where do you put him?
Like in a class? Like what class I put him in?
Yeah, like as far as like, cause where do you put him?
Like, okay, there's okay, you put me on the spot here.
That's the point.
There's Michael Jackson, right? God, right? And
yeah,
then
that's top tier. That's God level.
Then it's like the Princes and the Whitneys and all those people, right? It's just right under, but they're not right to me.
Right there. Yeah.
Then we got Beyonce's in terms of black music. In terms of
yeah.
Okay, we got like Beyonce,
like the newer age that's kind of going to that, but they still kind of young.
Yeah,
so we can't really give them that.
Beyonce, and then under Beyonce would be like Drake, Rihanna. Maybe Chris, put Chris in there.
I gotta put Chris a little lower than Drake and
then we
Rihanna.
Put Chris under.
Gotta put him a little.
Drake
he could be, but he not.
He should
be there.
Yes,
but he's not.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know where to put Frank. To be honest,
so you just laid out.
I laid all out. I'm trying to visualize where I would put Frank. I wouldn't put Frank with any of that, because then after Chris is like Chris babies. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody
that's because of Chris.
Because
Brown,
of Chris, they are where they are. Frank. I
don't want to put, and I wouldn't put him there either.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to put him there or even under there as far as like.
Frank is
because I feel like the Chris babies carry like a connotation to them that I don't think applies to Frank.
No,
that I wouldn't want to. I feel like that'd be disrespectful. Like I don't think Frank is the greatest of all time, but he's not like a Chris baby. He shouldn't be put there.
He might be in the class all his own. I don't know. Like who else? Remember we tried to do the like Miguel thing. We tried because that was around the time they both had.
I'm not mad at him and Miguel being close though.
But even still, it's like
because it was a similar thing, and even though it wasn't a mixtape, what was Miguel's first album?
So All I Want Is You album.
Was the first one the one that we were like, oh yeah, that's the one, or was it Kaleidoscope Dream? What was the one that?
Kaleidoscope Dream was the one I liked the idea of. Remember, I bought it because I liked the idea of it, but I didn't like most of the album. I loved The Dawn, I loved a couple other joints, but for the most part, it was so weird. And then the album after that was like, what the hell are you doing?
The Kaleidoscope Dream, I don't know what he was trying to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the thing is, they're trying to put themselves like they're. I'll put Miguel and Frank in.
That's like, I'm okay with them being beside each other
because they're trying. Like they're trying to not be Chris Brown. Like they don't want R&B because when we think R&B, we immediately go to Usher and Chris. Right. But it's like they want to be different from that. They want to be alternative somehow.
They're intentionally aiming for something that's not that. It feels like.
So I would definitely put him in the same class of a Miguel. I would. I can't think of nobody else though. I would say Weeknd, but then Weeknd Can't Feel My Face and threw that out the window. So even though I hate the Weeknd though, but I would have put them in the same.
I think he was one of those people that had that's kind of with them. Well, no, he had the potential I think to be more, but then it just kind of like phased out or fizzled out to me.
Oh
I don't know.
I mean, Weeknd is one of the biggest artists ever, but he's pop now. That's where he at.
Well, yeah. I mean, like as far as in our world.
Yeah, what we wanted him to be.
What we wanted him to be.
I wanted him to go away. But for people who liked him, I get it. Like when he was putting at the House of Balloons and stuff like that. Yeah. I think in anybody you compare to Mike, I'm immediately gonna be like, all right. Let's hear it.
That's shooting them in the foot.
Right, but
anybody go, oh, you hear that? Well, he did kind of do that to himself though with that Dirty Diana.
I mean, but they compared Chris, and I'm like, you know what? I'd give it to him. You know, not now, but like his first cover, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, Usher.
I can see where this is going. Yeah,
Weeknd.
Yeah,
fuck out my face. I think that's probably why. On top of it, he's just a whiny bitch. But that's a whole nother conversation. We're not talking about him right now. So that's how I feel about Frank. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted that, but I think we've placed him properly. I feel like.
I will say he's one of the few people that when he dropped, we kind of stopped what we doing this at least to hear. Like, all right.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because I know we had said last time like we're not gonna really talk about mainstream stuff. But I was like, Frank dropped. We got to say something. We got to discuss Frank at least. I got at least hear it one time and see what he's talking about. So yeah, he's on the list that I'm paying attention, but we'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, Frank also he opened a nightclub. Because it's called Prep. So I guess just another business venture for Frank. He also owns a nightclub now.
Okay, hey,
so shout out to Frank. And other new music news, and this is kind of just a separate thought that I mentioned earlier. I think I'm a Doja Cat fan now. Like actively a Doja Cat fan. Okay. From the bitch I'm a cow to now her actual songs that she makes, because she just released a song today and a video called Rules and something before was the one before that.
Tia Tamara.
No, it was one after that. This one had Tiger on it.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it, but she did a video for that one too, and both of those back to back. I was like, I think I like this. I think I'm a Doja Cat fan. Yeah. So check it out if you haven't heard it. Rules by Doja Cat.
All right.
Let's see. T-Pain. T-Pain, which we've addressed several times as far as what.
I immediately think of you when I think of T-Pain, but go ahead.
Well,
me. Let's talk about. Okay, go ahead.
Well, this is not necessarily a good thing, but
go ahead.
We have addressed T-Pain as far as like legendary icon. I'm not sure his label situation. Is he independent currently or no?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I doubt it.
But I think he might be on one of the smaller labels like Empire. So like the budget may not be all the way there. So he had a tour that he was scheduling and putting out, but the tour had to be canceled due to lack of ticket sales. Okay. So he basically went on Twitter and was just like, they told me to lie about this, but fuck that. Ain't nobody buying my tickets. So we canceled it and we trying to like basically regroup, get new dates and new venues and try to figure out what to do from here. And everyone took that. Like that was the news story. The news story was T-Pain tour canceled for not selling tickets. So then he responded to that and was like, I wish I had this publicity when the tour was out, so y'all can let niggas know to buy tickets.
Yeah.
But now that it's failed, y'all want to share that shit every fucking way. But then a lot of the fans was responding, and they was mostly positive. Like, bro, I had no fucking idea that you had a tour. If you had said something, or if I had known, I would have bought a ticket. Yeah. So then he was responding to fans like, we working it out. We're trying to get a new one going, but it just goes to show, like, I guess maybe you kind of need that budget just to get it out there. If people don't know what's going on, people can't buy tickets that they don't know exist.
You need money for that.
So
kind
it's
of stuff.
like, I don't know. I would hope if you are a label and you distributing budget that you would assign some to T-Pain. I would, but I don't know what the situation is or why we ended in this situation.
Because he ain't Summer Walker. That's why.
What?
I can't wait to talk about Summer Walker. Oh my God.
We gotta save that. We can't do that in the first time. We gotta at least take a break first and come back before we talk about Summer Walker.
Well, in terms of the T-Pain situation, I know that people would show up if people knew that T-Pain was touring. Yes. What kinds of venues he was doing, I'm not sure. How big the venues are, because I feel like he should be doing smaller venues.
Yeah,
I really do.
Doing a stadium tour,
right?
Man.
But I do know that if T-Pain said he was coming to Richmond, if he said he was coming like to the National or something, he would sell that out immediately.
Absolutely.
So it's like it's not like no one wants to hear T-Pain. It's just I'm not sure how big they think it should be or what. I don't know. And then in terms of like the budgeting that went into the marketing, we didn't know nothing until it was canceled. Right. So it's just like that.
I didn't hear nothing about this.
Exactly. So I wouldn't necessarily put that on lack of support. I would put that on lack of promotion. That's how I would do that. And I've seen T-Pain live. Would I come see T-Pain? Depends on how much the tickets are and what I'm doing that day. Like if let's say I knew about it 2 months in advance, I would wait until the day of. It'd be like, okay, what am I doing today? Are there still tickets left? All right, let's go. But I'm not going.
But you just said if he was at the National, he would sell it out immediately. So that
I'm
means...
not Richmond, but I'm saying I know that if Richmond found out that he was coming, they would be there. Yeah. Because he had too many songs. Like everybody being there, like Sade
all day. Like
yeah. Everybody being there. So I think it's just a lack of promotion. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that he doesn't have a fan base or anything like that. I don't think that's the case at all. He don't have no hits. He do have stuff that play here and there, but it ain't like no smashes. It ain't no buy you a drink. It ain't no bartenders. We ain't getting that no more. So
but he can do those songs though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we would want to hear. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm pretty sure people would have an appreciation for the newer stuff, but it would be like a B2K concert. Like we want to come for the old shit.
We want I'm sure he's well aware that if he don't do buy you a drink, it's gonna be a niggas fucking problem in the National for sure. So niggas gonna be throwing chairs.
So T-Pain, you got so much support out here. T-Pain another one too. He remind me of Wale when it comes to that type of shit. He's so down on himself a lot. You know what I mean? Like
yes, he is.
It's like you can tell he's always in his own head.
He like goes live on Instagram a lot and just like talks about that kind of stuff. Like doing stuff and don't nobody care and blah blah blah. And then I had like he constantly like working through the negativity all the time. When it's just like
we ain't trying to hear that all the time. Like we feel you. You know, everybody got their struggles, but I don't know. We'll take a break.
When we come back, Summer Walker?
Maybe.
All right. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to Outsider's Perspective on HNX Radio. The Maestro and Coriel. Oh, man. So now I'm about to get into some foolishness. Kanye West.
Okay.
Kanye West. Well, first the albums he has coming, because at first it was which one? Jesus is King.
Yes,
that was the one we had been waiting on. We had potential release dates, never came, track list and all that. But apparently, I guess was it in the Zane-Lowe interview? He confirmed when it was coming out.
I haven't seen it.
Well, somehow he confirmed that it's supposed to. Jesus is King is supposed to release tonight at midnight. So in like
30 minutes.
30 minutes. The Jesus is King album will be out. But then he also made it known that he's releasing another album this year on Christmas called Jesus is Born.
Okay.
So we're supposedly getting 2 Kanye West albums this year.
All right.
Also, apparently he has a movie coming out to coincide with the Jesus is King album.
Yeah, I came across it earlier today.
Okay.
And
so what does this entail? Was there any information or what?
It might have been. I didn't read it, but it is going to be in IMAX theaters across the country. I'm going tomorrow at 1:30. I know. I look. Okay, hear me out. Okay. I know. I always said fuck him. Yes, but I don't have anything to do at 1:30.
Okay.
So I figured, why not? And it's only $10. Most of the time, movies cost what? $11.50,
$12 probably.
So I mean, it's 10. It's
Unless
$10.
you catch a matinee. What time is matinee hours?
I guess that's around that time.
So,
yeah. But hey, why not? I want to see.
I mean, it could be good, or it could be some bullshit.
It could be some bullshit.
It could be him talking about slavery for an hour and a half.
It very well could. But it's in IMAX.
What does that mean?
So I would imagine there's gonna be shit flying
hear that
everywhere.
and you can see it in 3D. Him talk about slavery.
I don't know. But I've already paid my $10.
That's the last clip I saw of Kanye. Was him talking about slavery.
Well, I have my seats reserved. So
at Howard's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
He said, next time they throw the slave net, let's not all stand in the same place. Mm-hmm. Those are his words to a crowd full of black college students for homecoming in Howard. The next time they throw the slave net, let's try not to stand in the same place this time.
I didn't look, okay.
And this was like a week ago. This was like a week ago.
I already bought my ticket. All right. So we're going. Okay, not you and me.
I'm going no fucking
yes,
way.
I already bought the seats. I'm gonna be there.
I'm done with Kanye.
Okay.
I have nothing. He will get no more money from me, Marquise. I'm cool.
Okay. We just gonna leave that there.
Oh, it was something else too. What was the other part? Oh yeah, the quote from the Zane Lowe interview where he said, Kanye self-proclaimed himself as the greatest human artist of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Fuck, I don't know. I mean, it's Kanye. Of course he would say something like that. Well, okay, listen. In terms of discography, in the past 15 years, 20 years, who has been the most influential, the most consistent out of every artist in the past 15 to 20 years?
Beyonce.
I disagree. I think it's Kanye West.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even including his most recent albums?
No, but I feel like his first,
that's
his
in
four,
the last 20 years,
his
include
first,
those albums. You can't just not include those albums.
Okay. Niggas younger than me tonight.
But
damn,
I'm saying,
niggas on phone Kanye.
In the last 20 years and then say, but nah, not the one from last year. That's in the last 20 years.
Who's the most influential and consistent? Definitely Kanye to me. Now, I will say this. Let me just lay it out, because that's what I'm thinking. You just laying this on me now. But let me think about why I feel this way, because I could disagree with myself. So let's see. College Dropout.
Yes, I'm giving you the first.
No. We gotta lay it all out. Yeah. College Dropout.
Absolutely.
Monumental.
Absolutely.
Okay. Late Registration.
Absolutely.
Monumental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Graduation.
Absolutely.
The Death of Gangster Rap. Kanye did that. Okay. Remember, he went against 50.
Yeah.
He outsold 50.
Marketing. But, yeah.
They were both marketing.
I mean, yeah.
The Death of Gangster Rap. Graduation.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's just stay on Graduation right now.
Okay.
Rockstar Stadium rap music.
Oh, absolutely.
Who did that?
Kanye.
He was the first to do it, right? In that in that way, with the synthesized, like he you could tell he was listening, because I think he was touring with like U2 or something, and he wanted to make an album that could be played in stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
Graduation did that. I wasn't at the Graduation show because I wasn't a Kanye fan at the time. I thought he was a dick, so I wasn't listening to him. But it was after Graduation came out and I started listening to him. I was like, okay, the nigga's amazing. So Graduation,
music's good. Yes.
all right. 808s and Heartbreak. As much as I hate that album,
But to say that one is kind of a
but would there be a Kid Cudi? Would there be a Drake? Would there be a lot of music out right now if it weren't for 808s and Heartbreak opening the door?
no.
Okay. All right. We're talking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That one I love.
Arguably one of the greatest albums of all
I
time.
actually just listened to that the other day.
Is it
Listen to that. What is it?
the podcast?
Yeah, I went back and listened to it.
Can we agree that's one of the greatest albums ever made by anyone ever?
Yes.
Okay. The good, now mind you, the good music, like the Good Fridays leading up to the album,
The whole
the whole
presentation of
rollout,
that, yeah.
monumental.
Yes.
Monumental. Okay. Something happens.
Something happened. What you
So
mean?
Watch the Throne. Solid.
Okay. So I like watching.
Decent,
It's a good
right?
album.
You know,
It's a good album.
we listen to it.
Mhm.
You know, niggas in Paris,
Yes, that was monumental.
Otis,
Monumental.
lots. I mean, Ham.
Monumental.
Okay, great tour. From what I hear, Jay went. Great tour. Okay. Should I do the good music, the Mercy and all that, Click and
I mean that was kind of part of the thing, but
okay,
yeah.
cool. All right,
not
Mercy.
really albums though.
But he
part of the rollout.
consistently
Yeah.
he kept hitting us with
Always
shit.
creating.
After it was between 808s and Heartbreak, he got shunned by the world. Obama called him a jackass. He was the worst person on earth.
Mhm.
Right? He rises from the ashes like a phoenix. It might be retarded. It's a fantasy. Okay. Anyway, and since then he was just constantly
Mhm.
rolling out hits, like top 5 hits. Right?
Yeah.
Cool. We're talking about consistency here. So from 2004, we're at 2012 right now.
Mhm.
Consistency.
Mhm.
8 years straight. Consistent. Because he is consistent and he is also influential. So within those 8 years, who was the most? Who outdid Kanye in those 8 years? I'll wait. I mean,
I got to give that to Kanye for that. Yeah.
I know we mad. I know he said something about slaves, shit like that. But come on, who was the most No one was the most influential in that 8-year period. Okay, cool.
That's true.
Yeezus is where things kind of
Yeah.
It's like I like Yeezus because it was new for me. Like I'm pretty sure people was doing that industrial rap in the underground. I'm pretty sure people was doing that all day. But Kanye did it, and I liked it. A lot of people liked it.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's when the rollout started getting stupid though. Like remember he was supposed to do, like he would do
Those
pop
little
ups in like
pop-up
in cities
Projector
and stuff. Yeah,
shits outside
he was
that
supposed
got
to
canceled
Yeah,
and all
it
the
kept
weird
getting
shit.
canceled. Like we went to one of them and it got canceled. That's when the
They
stupid
can get
rollout started
permits
happening.
and shit done. There was all type of weird shit happening.
Right, and then his next album wasn't until the Pablo joint.
He had a.
Right.
It was one afterthought. I know. I thought it was one in between that one and Pablo, or am I tripping?
What?
I don't know. You may be right, but I'm thinking.
Yeah, look
might
that
have
up.
been one.
But for right now, The Life of Pablo was when we really was like, okay, fuck you, because it was like the rollouts was getting stupider, they were getting crazier. But the album itself wasn't terrible. It was a good
I actually
album.
liked Life of Pablo.
Yeah, it was a good album.
I like the Life of Pablo.
Now, have I mentioned any bad albums yet, other than 808s and Heartbreak?
Like I said, 808s and Heartbreaks are probably and I think
Yeezus, maybe?
Yeezus was into a couple of people.
Even though I like Yeezus, but okay, cool. So we got 2 out of how many? I don't know. Out of all the ones that I mentioned. And then the next thing is Ye, right? Are you still looking to see if he had an album in between?
Oh no, it was Yeezus and then Michael Pablo and then Ye. Mm-hmm.
All right, and then
the Kids See Ghosts joint with
Kids See Ghosts, one of the greatest I've ever heard in my life. I love that. Now I remember you said you didn't like it. That's one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my entire life. I still play that to this day. I love Kids See Ghosts. So you mean to tell me that somebody who's been at where he is since 2004, here he is 14, 15 years later, and he's still dropping albums that are incredible to me? Come on now. Come on in here. And then the fact that he's still critically and commercially acclaimed. Like commercially successful and critically acclaimed. After 15 years, are you kidding me? Get the fuck out my face. I know that niggas are mad because of what he said about slavery and shit like that, but let's talk about the art here. Let's talk about the music. And I know that people don't like to separate the artist from the art and get the whatever. Who gives a shit? I don't care. It's like, is the music there? Has he been consistent?
For the most part, yes.
Has he been the most influential? Beyonce has been the most influential. Really? Music would not be the same if it weren't for Beyonce.
No, I wouldn't say that, no.
Music would not be the same if it wasn't for Kanye West.
That's true.
Give credit where it's due, nigga. Stop
I
it.
never did.
You tried to discredit him and say that Beyonce was more influential because you ain't mad at Beyonce.
Well, I didn't say that she was necessarily more, but I'm trying to think of somebody in
I
the
want us to
same-
roll that tape back. Remind me
Well,
to
that
roll this
wasn't
tape
my
back.
intent. I'm just saying someone that may be in the conversation as far as that. But yeah.
So when someone like that, as consistent and influential as Kanye West is, says that he is the greatest human artist of all time, can you be mad? First of all, it's fucking Kanye West. Like anything he says, you should just be rolling your eyes by this point. It's like, nigga, just where's the album at? That I feel like that's what everybody should be saying. But he says things like that because it gets reactions. So fine.
That's very true.
But if a nigga said, who do you think is the greatest living musical artist? Who?
I don't know.
Who? Someone tell me. Because we had Prince out here. We had Michael Jackson out here. We had Beethoven out here. We had Bach out here. Tell me, who is the greatest
for those eras? So
human artist? He didn't say living. He didn't say dead. Meaning of
Most
every
influential
human
artist?
being that created art.
Shakespeare.
Okay, cool. So Shakespeare to you is the greatest artist, is the greatest human artist of all time.
One I would hear he's up there. I don't know necessarily the greatest.
We're talking about the greatest,
but especially
human,
as far as like influential. Like this nigga been dead for how long, and his shit is still like standard course study for any type of class that
remember,
you take.
he became standard course study like hundreds of years after he died. There's still time. There's still time.
That's
for
what I'm saying. It's hard
people
to say
die.
as far as like it's hard to know because depending on what era.
Because I'm pretty sure they're
you're
doing
a part
college.
of.
They're doing college courses on Kanye West somewhere right now.
Oh,
I guarantee it.
I guarantee
Because like you can only matter what it's going to be 200, 300 years after he's dead.
Right.
So
So
only
that's
time
hard to
would
say,
time would tell. But I'm not mad at him saying that. Really, honestly, because it's like because of what his music means to me and so many because of what it means to you, what it means to us. So it's like, yes, I know what he said about slavery, niggas. I know that. I know. Do I agree with him? No. Do I think he's full of shit? Yes, I do. Do I think he's mentally ill? Yes, definitely. It's a lot of things that's going on, but you cannot take away from the brilliance. You cannot take away. You can't. You just can't. You cannot. Out of all this shit that's out here now, a nigga say something about slavery, he just throws everything out. No, get the hell out my face. Get the fuck out my face. I heard Beethoven was a complete dick.
I believe that too. I don't.
But who gives a shit? Who cares? The music. That's what I have to say about that. God damn it. I'm sick of y'all trying to discredit people because you don't like what they tweet or whatever the hell. Who gives a shit? Trump ain't never had no 808s and heartbreak. Trump ain't never had graduation. That's why I don't fuck with Trump. But if Trump made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, you best believe if he had a movie in IMAX, I would be right there.
I don't know about
Period.
that one.
Period. Y'all can be mad at me all you fucking want. If Trump had made Graduation, you best believe I wouldn't vote for him. But if he was coming to Richmond, you goddamn right I'm getting my ticket. Fuck you mean? Like, all right, look, that's how I feel about it. That's what I'm saying. I need more artists that make me feel, you know what I'm saying, passionate again. Make me feel things. You know what I mean? You know how long I was defending Michael Jackson before he died? You know how hard it was to be a Michael Jackson fan in 2006? Do you understand?
Yeah, I was there.
Everybody thought he was a pedophile.
I was there.
Everybody thought he was a weirdo.
They had been thinking that though.
I mean, yeah.
Before that though.
But Michael Jackson won't shit in 2006.
Yeah.
He died in 2009. Now he's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It was hard being a Michael Jackson fan.
Was Jesus Christ
It's hard being a Kanye West fan, but you gotta give credit where it's due. The nigga's brilliant. The nigga is the most influential artist of our generation. Who else? Who? Tell me right. Who? I ain't say the most popular. I ain't say that. Who? If it weren't for this particular artist, music would not be the same. Who else do we have? I'll wait. This is gonna be on Facebook and YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. I would like to know who is the most who is more influential to our generation than Kanye West. Tell me. That's how I feel. You know what? I took a little bit more time than I needed to. We will be right back. I was about to end the show, but we will be right back.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's for my day one niggas running.
I guess that was it. I'm sorry, Bill. I ain't played the shit all the way through. I didn't know it ended like that. We're back. I shouldn't say that. Okay. And we're back. What's the next shit, sir? I love you, Bill. All right, what's next?
Shout out to Bill. Also too, shout out to Drake. Happy birthday. Drake.
Yes,
it is Drake's birthday. Well, this is being pre-recorded, so if you're hearing this the day it came out, yesterday was Drake's birthday. But happy birthday to Drake.
Okay.
But the topic that we had was gonna be Summer Walker, because there were some clips of her. I think I saw them on Twitter going around of her doing some live performances as well as some interviews that she had. And the live performance I saw was NPR. Was it like the Tiny Desk joint that they do with her? And then I can't remember where the interview was, but it was some like festival, like event thing happening, and somebody was interviewing her. And I gotta say, the interview bothered me more than the actual performance. The interview was just like super awkward, super like, fuck out of here, I don't want to be here. And like the dude, whoever it was that was interviewing her, was trying his best to get a like usable clip out of this interview. So I felt bad for him. He's like, yo, I don't know if he does this all the time or if he's new, but he's like, look, I'm trying to do my job here, clearly. And you looking at me like you don't want to be here. And my thing is, if you don't want to be here, don't be here, because you're making this look bad for not only you, but for me trying to do my job interviewing people. And as people who do somewhat of radio stuff, and I've interviewed people before, if they just looking at you in the face kind of crazy, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you wanted to do this too, right? Like, I didn't force you to sit down. So that bothered me more than anything else. And then the shot of her performing for the NPR thing, it's kind of shaky. It was one of the situations where, who was it? Was it Khalid?
Yeah, Khalid. Yeah.
Khalid, however, I'm not sure which way you say it, but he was someone who more of his songs I actually like enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked his songs and would play them in my car.
Mm-hmm.
And then was it Coachella?
Yes.
Coachella, he performed live, and we were like, nigga. I don't know who authorized this during sound check, but that ain't it.
It was bad.
It was terrible to the point where he will never get a live ticket purchased for me because I don't want to see that. I can just listen to the CD if that sounds way different.
Yep.
So it kind of brought me back to that space. It wasn't as bad as that to me, but it kind of brought me back to a similar space. Like what's going on here? Some ain't right. And we commented on this on social media and got a little pushback from some people. And that made me look, and I saw other people saying the same thing, like the similar thing. Like she's done interviews before. She's made it very clear that she has like extreme anxiety or some type of mental thing happening. She hates performing. She hates doing XYZ. She is depressed, has anxiety, but every time she sing, y'all judge her like she Beyonce. And it's like, okay. So what am I supposed to do as you're an artist and I'm supposed to be a fan of your music? So if I pay money to see you perform said music, I feel like I have at least have the right to say, like, give me something. Like, give me some energy. Act like you want to be here. Like you're at, because at that, it's a difference where you singing music at home and you releasing music and people are buying the music. That's one thing. But once you do a show, you're now charging people for the experience to hear you sing or dance or do something live. At that point, I'm a consumer and I'm paying for a product. You have to give me something. So whatever you got to work through, I hate to just be like, get over it. But it's at a point where if it's that bad, maybe this is not the time for you to be doing whatever you need to work through. Get help. If you have that much anxiety, that much depression, talk to somebody. They have doctors, they have medicine, they have all kind of things that help you work through that to get you to the point where you can be good to go out there and do those things. So I feel like attacking people for being upset that they're not getting a good show is not the right response. So, and I know you had a whole stream of consciousness
so let
around
me
this idea.
Explain.
So I'm
how
gonna let you take the floor.
I'm gonna go about this. I had so many things pop in my head that night off of that little clip that I saw. I haven't really organized all of my thoughts. So what I did was I just made an outline of just things that popped out of I just put it in my phone. So what I'll do is I'll just say them.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, I can elaborate on you, okay?
All right,
and
man.
everything ain't in order. Like stuff is gonna be from beginning and then the ending and in the middle. Yeah, I'm gonna just be all over the place, okay?
All right. I'm gonna take notes in case we gotta go back.
Okay. All right. First thing, where did she come from?
That's a good ass question.
Okay, put that there. If you have any questions, let me know. Random conversation about social anxiety, not about music. Everything that people said, like there was no one there that could say that was amazing. It was all she has social anxiety. That's what's going on.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Lifeless, therefore her lifeless performance being excused. You mean to tell me someone who's supposed to be performing is not really performing, but it's excusable because of mental health? Because, okay, all right.
Nah.
Who heard her and wanted to sign her?
Her boyfriend?
Like, if anyone had seen that for the first time, it was like, oh, that's it.
She was
That's it.
At an open mic one night, and niggas was like, yo.
She got Janae, she got, what's her name? Janae
Aiko?
Aiko, Usher, Drake. Okay.
She got sample clearances, all type of shit going on.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait. Example of industry deciding who they want and who they don't want. There are people out here breaking their fucking necks. There are people who have devoted their whole lives to honing their craft. Right?
Give you a show.
They would give anything to be in the position that she's in. But she's over it. She's over. In that interview, she was talking about retiring. Remember when he asked how long have you been singing? She said 2 years.
And he tried to pull more, like, so you was singing younger and just start taking it more seriously in the past 2 years. She was like, nah, I just started singing 2 years ago.
Who the fuck do you think you are? That's the that's the next thing I said. Okay, all right. Artists are killing artistry. I'll say that again. Artists are killing artistry. Okay,
that's a word. Right. So it's a word right there somewhere.
Something isn't adding up. That's why something isn't adding up.
That's
something funny is happening behind the scenes.
That's the one.
Something funny is happening behind the scenes.
That's the one right there.
They really made Disinterest marketable. They made a whole album about how she's over everything. She's over relationships. She's over feeling. She's over perform. So what do you like? Do you, or you're just okay?
Yeah, and why are you here?
I think that's in here somewhere. I said this shows the power of a Drake feature and a cosign.
You just talked about that.
All it took was Drake being on the remix. Now everybody's like, who is that? Didn't nobody know who Summer Walker was? Who? Tell me, did you know who Summer Walker was 3 months ago?
Not till I heard Drake say girls need love too.
That shows the power of a Drake feature and a cosign. Also, this is something I put here. We may be witnessing someone being held against their will. We may be witnessing someone who doesn't actually want to be where she is, but she has someone pushing her, forcing her into being in a situation that she does not feel comfortable.
They came up recently too.
Do you need help? And I'm not being funny. Do you need help? Do you need someone to come get you out of whatever you're in? Because you look like you are trapped.
I think I know who that might be too. We'll talk about that when you're done.
Talent has very little to do with success in this industry. It has everything to do with hype. It has everything to do with who you know, with who's on your album. Because if Drake's on your album, if Usher's on your album, then you must be amazing. Apparently, if you know London on the track.
Not just no, that's her boyfriend.
Right. And if he finds you attractive to date you, and then you go, well, I just might want a record deal. He'll go and do that. And then produce your whole album and get all the A-listers on your album. Even though you're over it. You don't really want to do it. But fuck it, I guess I'll make an R&B album. I guess I'll have Usher. Like, get the fuck out. That goes back to what who the fuck
break the streaming record
do you think you are? Okay. Why couldn't you, this was the last thing I put. Why couldn't you be a writer? Why did you have to be an artist? You can be as creative as you want to be. But as an artist and a performer, you have to perform. When I come and pay my ticket, I come for a show and to be entertained. I want you to perform. So if you come here and you look so disinterested, you just standing here. What are you doing?
That's my biggest thing.
I saw her pick up a guitar and plays little things. We have her. That's exactly what I was about to fucking say. We have that already.
We cool.
Why didn't her break the streaming record? We could have got every song off of this fucking album from her. Her been here. Her been doing this.
And I would have enjoyed it more probably too.
Why? Why this one? Why? It doesn't make sense. This is where this goes all the way back to where I'm like, what's the fucking point? What's the point of me going and trying to put all this music out and get people to listen if all I need to do is date London on the track? and everything will be provided for me. Whether I say I want it or not, because I really feel like she does. But I feel like she thinks she's so cool and so the shit.
It's cool to not.
It's cool to not
be
give a fuck about
disinterested.
nothing.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out my face with that shit. I'm sick. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of where things are right now. That's why I hate everything. This is Summer Walker is the reason why I hate everything. Okay. Are there any questions?
Well, it's a lot to delve into there.
Is there anything that I said that made you go, okay, elaborate?
Oh no, I'm with you. Cause
If there's anything that y'all have for me, please let me know. Cause I must be missing something. Cause Summer Walker's everybody's favorite R&B artist right now.
Yeah, then that was the other part of the interview too, where it was like, I don't know if it was that interview or another one, where it was like, how you get signed, and it was just like, oh, I just went to the studio one day and this dude was there and just signed me. And I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck does that happen? Like, who?
It doesn't make sense.
What studio did you go to and what nigga just saw you and was like, yo, you want a deal? Like,
I'm sick of it.
What the fuck? As many studios we'd have been in, ain't nobody just offer us no shit because we was in the room. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Now, and I know that there's a such thing as being at the right place at the right time. I get it. I understand it. But when you get an opportunity like this, can you at least act like you're appreciative
care about the shit? Yeah.
Do you know how many millions of people would kill to be in the position that she's in right now? She just she's
over it.
I'm over it. I'm already ready to retire. What the? Excuse me. Did you just turn like 23?
How old are you? You're like,
yeah.
retire. You still should have a day job probably.
Get
like,
the fuck out of my face. Get the hell out of my face.
And then the whole thing with her in London on the track, as far as possibly being held against her will. Like, after the album came out and she broke all these records and shit, her and London on Track broke up.
Oh?
Right? So they broke up for like a couple days anyway. Mm-hmm. So she tweeted or put on her story or some shit like, LOL, I guess I'm single. I guess that's what happens when you're an alpha female and basically niggas can't tell you what to do or try to force opinions on you and blah, 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 blah. Like basically saying people trying to force her to do shit she didn't want to do or force opinions on her she didn't want to do. So she's single now. Then like 2 days later at one of her shows, London on the Track shows up on stage with a big ass teddy bear and some flowers and shit, and she's like, then she posts like, oh, he always surprising me and blah 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 blah. So I don't know what type of weird shit is going on with her and London on the Track, but that's the dynamic that we dealing with right as far as them two.
I've said all I need to say. This is bullshit. Like I said, people out here that devoted their whole lives.
The biggest piece to me that's bullshit is the performance. I don't care what kind of issues or things you processing or dealing with. Once you charge for a ticket to see you, once you are making people pay money to see you perform your song, you better fucking perform.
And I know people are gonna be like, why you mad? Why you I mean, she out here winning. How many songs you got out? Like,
we got a bunch of songs out, nigga.
What the fuck does that have to do? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not mad at somebody for succeeding. I'm not mad at it. But have some respect for the craft. That's all I'm saying.
And respect for the fans. Because as a fan of you, if I pay money, I'm paying money to see you because I'm a fan. And then I show up to the show and you stand there and look fucking bored in the face.
I would see
That's
Khalid
disrespectful to me
before I see this. You know why? Because at least Khalid is trying to make it at least look like he cares.
Yeah, he gonna dance around and move.
He gonna do something. He might be sounding like an elephant, but who gives a shit? At least he's trying. I would do that. I would pay. What do you mean? Like, that's all I have to say. Is there anything else?
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
So don't ask me no goddamn more where my next song comes. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. When I got Drake on a goddamn feature, I'll let you know. How about that? We would like to thank y'all for tuning in.
Right here.
Goodbye.
It's in the making. Yeah. We got Kayvon on the track right now. He sings quite beautifully. Don't you agree? Don't you agree?
www.hlxmagazine.com